Tenderay Beef, no other beef so fresh, can be so tender, presents Hearts in Harmony, transcribed. K is for Kroger, C is for cut, B is for beef. KCB means Kroger cut beef, and Kroger cut beef means more meat for your money. Yes, Kroger cut beef gives you more meat, less waste, and the reason is this. Before the meat is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess bone, excess waste, and stringy ends. Mind you, that's before the meat is weighed and priced, which means more meat for your money. And it's top U.S. government grades of beef. It's tender, juicy, rich red, and marbled with just the right amount of flavory fat. Yes, in Kroger cut beef, you get a better value in top-grade beef. For example, take a specific cut of beef, say a Kroger cut chuck roast. Before the roast is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess waste and stringy meat. That means you get a better value because you get more solid meat, only a minimum of bone. Yes, you receive more meat, less waste, whether you buy a steak or roast. So visit your neighborhood Kroger store soon. Make it a rule to get Kroger cut beef. It gives you more meat for your money. And now, Hearts in Harmony. A brain specialist visiting in France has been called to the Heatherton Hospital to operate on Barry Carlton, slowly dying from injuries he received in an automobile accident as he and Penny Gibbs were on their way to be married. Penny, just barely off the critical list herself, says to her friend, Dr. Ryan,
They're, operating on Barry right now, aren't they, Dr. Ryan?
Yes, Penny. The operation's well underway.
How long will it take?
That's hard to say. Mrs. Carlton told you why he has to be operated on, didn't she?
Yes, an injury to the brain.
Well, a pressure on his brain. That's usually not quite as serious.
Is it in this case, though?
With Dr. Reynolds operating, it really doesn't matter. If the job can be done, he'll do it.
What do you mean, if the job can be done?
I meant, really, no one could do a better job.
Dr. Ryan, tell me the truth. Please tell me the truth. Is there a chance that he won't come out of the operation?
Nothing is 100% sure, Penny. You ought to know that. But the best man in his field doesn't reach that peak with unsuccessful operations. I don't have too much fear that the operation will fail.
When will we know?
Maybe as soon as the operation's over. Maybe not until, a few hours after.
But anyway, you let me know right away, won't you?
Of course I will. The minute I know myself.
And you'll tell me the results no matter what they are.
I will.
You promise?
I promise. Those cuts on your forehead are healing beautifully, Penny.
Oh, they look awful. I was scared to death when they removed the bandages.
Well, maybe they look bad now. But there won't be a trace of them in a few weeks. Maybe in less time than that.
I hope not. I don't want to look too awful when I see Barry.
He won't care how you look. He'd be so glad to see you.
And I'll be so glad to see him.
I'll bet you will.
I'll be able to see him, too. At long last, my eyes are uncovered.
How is the light affecting him, Penny? Is it too bright in here?
No, it was this morning, but the nurse lifted the shades a little higher each hour, and now I'm used to the light now.
Mm-hmm. You don't want too much light, Penny. Not too fast, anyway. You see, injury around the eyes sometimes affects the muscles of the eyes, and you don't want to put too much strain on them until they're ready for it.
You mean that I still can't read? I asked the nurse to bring me a book, you know.
Well, I wouldn't try to read for a day or two.
Well, all right, then I won't. Tell the nurse not to bother about the book, will you?
Penny, I already have.
I can't get away with anything with the doctor, can I?
Not very much.
Well, I'll get even with you before I'm out of here. Dr. Ryan. Dr. Ryan, what about the rest of the bandages on my face? When will they come off?
Next week sometime.
But why do I have to wait so long?
Well, it's just best, that's all. You see, we don't want to hurry anything.
And when they do come off, what's under them?
Well, we'll really have to wait and see.
Dr. Weston saw my face before I was bandaged. Did he tell you what was there?
No, he didn't. And I didn't ask. But I wouldn't worry, Penny. I told you the other day, if there's a scar on your face, there's a competent man right here in this hospital who'll take care of it.
Dr. Ryan, I wasn't thinking about it for myself. I was thinking about it in regard to Barry.
I wouldn't worry about that. He loved you, Penny, not your face. Although, well, I have no doubt that it was that beautiful face of yours that first drew him to you. I'm rather impressed by it myself.
Not the way it looks now.
It's the same lovely face. Perhaps slightly hidden by bandages and a little bit scratched and bruised. But otherwise the face of the same lovely girl. Oh, by the way, you're being allowed 2 very charming visitors in a little while.
I am. Who?
Well, they've both asked for you every day. One is very small, but completely understanding.
It's Julie. Julie's coming to see me. How nice. Who's bringing her, Freddie?
No, Freddie wanted to, but Mr. Williams isn't too well, you know. Freddie's been busy at the farm. She's coming with Johnny Keith.
I should have known it'd be Johnny. He's always around when I'm in trouble.
He's called my office in Rossville twice a day since the accident, asking if he could come to Heatherton to see you. I finally told Dr. Weston I thought a visit from him would be good for you.
Oh, you bet it will be.
Well, they should be here before long. I imagine they're not far from Heatherton now. Johnny said he'd leave Rossville about...
Aunt Penny is far away, isn't she, Uncle Johnny?
Well, pretty far away from Rossville, Julie, but not far away from us right now. Another few miles and we'll be in Heatherton.
Why is Aunt Penny in the hospital way down here?
Well, because it was right near here that the accident happened.
Oh, look, Uncle Johnny Pig.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Uncle Freddie's farm?
Well, no, it isn't, honey.
But Uncle Freddie has pigs.
Well, a lot of farms have pigs, Julie. Uncle Freddie's farm is a mile behind us now.
How many?
Oh, about 40 or 45.
That's a lot of miles, isn't it?
Well, not too many. But it's a lot when it's on the end of your nose.
Oh, Uncle Johnny, you're as silly as Uncle Freddie. Who ever heard of miles on the end of anybody's nose? The only thing on the end of anybody's nose is the end of a nose.
Well, I stand corrected, Julie. I'm sorry. Well, we've just passed the Heatherton city limits. We'll be seeing Penny soon.
She'll be glad to see us, won't she?
I imagine she will. Now, you'll be a good girl and be quiet, won't you?
Yes, I'll be quiet. Do I have to whisper, though?
Well, in the hall you do. You don't have any objections to whispering, do you?
Mm-hmm. I don't like to whisper.
Oh, why not?
It squeezes a word so it hurts.
Well, then you better not talk at all in the halls and wait until you get to Penny's room, huh?
I won't have to whisper to Aunt Penny.
No, I don't think so. But, you don't want to be too noisy. Aunt Penny doesn't feel well.
I won't be too noisy.
Well, I'm sure you won't. Well, here's where we turn off to the hospital. You see, there it is, way up ahead. That big building there.
Oh, it's awful pretty.
Yeah, it is. Well, now remember what you said about being a good girl, Julie, and you'll be able to come see Penny again very soon.
Come in.
Hello, Penny.
Hello, Aunt Penny.
Oh, Johnny, Julie, come in.
Thank you. Well, they really have you bandaged up, don't they, Penny?
I looked like a mummy yesterday, Johnny.
Here's a present for you, Aunt Penny.
Thank you, Julie.
You can unwrap it right away, too, if you want.
Oh, I certainly do. Oh, let's see.
You unwrap it for her, Julie, huh?
Oh, your arm is all covered up. Does it hurt much, Aunt Penny?
Not anymore, Julie. Go on, darling. You open my present for me, will you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Johnny, it's good to see you again.
Well, it's good to see you, Penny.
Not like this, though.
Well, you look much better than I expected. And, I'd have come to see you sooner, only they wouldn't let me.
Yeah, I know. Dr. Ryan told me you phoned twice a day.
Well, I'm going to fix that guy. He promised he wouldn't tell. But I'm glad he did.
Oh, Johnny.
Here's your present, Aunt Penny. I hope you like it.
Julie, it's a book. Oh, darling, it's just the book I've been wanting to read. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'll bring you another one next time I come, too.
No, you don't have to, Julie.
But I want to. Uncle Johnny, am I being good enough to come to see Aunt Penny again?
Well, you certainly are, Julie.
Well, then I'm coming again tomorrow, maybe. Can I?
Well, not tomorrow, Julie, but soon.
When I feel a lot better, Julie, then you can come see me every day.
Oh, Aunt Penny.
Well, what's the matter, honey?
The face is all hurt.
Yes, Julie, I know, but it's going to be all right.
Oh, it's got to be, Aunt Penny. It's so pretty.
It'll be just the way it was before, Julie.
Well, those cuts don't look bad, Penny. They should heal perfectly.
Yeah, I've been told they would.
Oh, good. Oh, by the way, how's Barry?
They just finished operating on him, Johnny.
Any further news?
No, I'm still waiting. Dr. Ryan said he'd tell me as soon as there was anything to tell.
Well, I wouldn't worry, Penny. I understand this guy Reynolds is the best brain man in the business.
Yeah, he is.
What's a brain man, Aunt Penny?
Oh, he's a doctor who knows all about the brain, Julie. Just the way a bone man is a doctor who knows all about bones.
Oh.
When do they say Barry?
I thought a brain man was a man who sells brains to people who don't have any. Like an ice cream.
There's somebody at the door, Johnny. Go see who it is, will you?
Why, sure.
Why did you and Uncle Johnny laugh, Aunt Penny?
Because you said something funny, darling.
Oh,
Julie.
hello, Johnny.
Well, hello, Dr. Ryan.
Johnny, do you mind leaving a minute? I want to see Penny alone.
Why, no, not at all, Dr. Ryan. Julie!
Yes, Uncle Johnny?
Come out in the hall with me a minute, will you? I want to show you something.
What, Uncle Johnny? Hello, Dr. Ryan.
I thought maybe you'd like to see...
Penny, I'm sorry to interrupt a pleasant visit.
Oh, that's all right, Dr. Ryan. You have some news about Barry, huh?
Yes, I do.
The operation's over. You were telling the truth about that, weren't you?
Yes, Penny. It's over.
How was it?
We don't know, Penny. We don't know. Even Reynolds doesn't know.
Well, why? Can't you tell whether or not it worked? Isn't he all right?
Penny, we expected him to regain consciousness as soon as he came out from under the anesthetic. That would have been a good sign.
But what happened?
He's still unconscious, Penny. And so it looks rather bad.
Has the operation failed? Have the efforts of one of the world's greatest surgeons failed to save young Barry Carlton's life? Is this the death knell for Penny's hopes and dreams? Be sure to listen to the next dramatic episode of Hearts in Harmony. KCB. KCB. KCB means Kroger cut beef, and Kroger cut beef means more meat for your money. That's right. Kroger cut beef gives you more meat, less waste, because before the meat is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess bone, excess waste, and stringy ends. For example, if porterhouse steak is your favorite, you'll find that at Kroger's you don't pay steak price for stringy ends and waste. The Kroger method of cutting beef removes the long, stringy end and excess waste before the steak is weighed and priced. But see for yourself by visiting your Kroger store. Notice that you get more meat, less waste, and it's top U.S. government grades of beef. Beef that's tender, juicy, rich red, and marbled with just the right amount of flavory fat. Remember, whether you buy a steak or roast, Kroger cut beef gives you more meat for your money. Yes, everybody's happy when you go to your neighborhood Kroger store for Kroger cut beef. Your family loves the deliciousness, the juicy flavor of Kroger beef. You love the way it cooks up so perfectly. And your pocketbook loves the fact that Kroger cut beef gives you more meat for your money. Get some without delay. Make it a rule to get Kroger cut beef and get more meat, less waste at your neighborhood Kroger store. Be sure to listen in Monday, same time, same station, for another absorbing transcribed chapter of Hearts in Harmony.